men abuse their wives and stuff like that, and guess what? The son sees that, and he sees it in his perspective, and he's like, oh, so that's how you treat women. So they treat women like garbage. They sleep around with a bunch of girls. They basically use and manipulate women and stuff like that because their dad did it. And sadly, too, a daughter sees that too when a man does that to his wife, and his daughter's thinking like, oh, so that's the kind of man that I'm supposed to be with. And sadly they get with that kind of man, a man that cheats on them, a man that hits them. Do you want that for your own daughter? Because I don't. I don't ever want my daughter to see me lay a hand on my future wife of her own mother. What is up today, guys? Is today gonna be a good day? I don't know. It's up to you. It's all how you put your mindset. Today we are gonna talk about toxic family, and since we're talking about family, I thought I would bring out my family. Come on out, guys. Come on out. Come on. Come on. No, quit being camera shy. You over there. I'm just playing. My family's not here. But today we are gonna talk about being in toxic relationships with family and stuff like that. Because sadly, there is a lot out there. There's people that have been abused. There's people that have been manipulated. There's people that dealt with alcoholics and sadly other horrible things that a lot of people have done to their own children, which I can't imagine anybody going through of what I'm thinking of. I'm not going to say it because I'm not trying to get canceled on YouTube. And it's just, it is. It's a very tough subject that I can't believe people actually do to their own children. But sadly too, though, in those kind of situations, you go two ways. You either going direction to the left, or you're gonna turn into those people that you had to deal with as a kid and stuff like that. And when you become a parent yourself, you're gonna have those same traits as those parents, or you can go to the right, and you can fix the issues that your parents had. You had to grow up with drinking. You don't want to do that. Your parents hit you. You don't want to ever hit your kid. Don't even want to lay a hand on them. You don't want to say the things that your parents said to you. It's sad that how everything, all your issues, all your insecurities, all your anxiety, your depression, all came from your childhood. Maybe it is from your friends too at school, but most of the time it's from your family. I know so many people that you lay a fist like this and people flinch. And people make fun of other people like, why are you flinching, bro? Or flinching, I mean. Why are you flinching, dude? Because maybe they get hit by their parent. Maybe they know what it's like to be hit for no reason. Because they didn't pick up the dog crap. Because they didn't put away the dishes. And sadly too, especially when men abuse their wives and stuff like that, and guess what? The son sees that, and he sees it in his perspective, and he's like, oh, so that's how you treat women. So they treat women like garbage. They sleep around with a bunch of girls. They basically use and manipulate women and stuff like that because their dad did it. And sadly too, a daughter sees that too when a man does that to his wife, and his daughter's thinking like, oh, so that's the kind of man that I'm supposed to be with. And sadly they get with that kind of man, a man that cheats on them, a man that hits them. Do you want that for your own daughter? Because I don't. I don't ever want my daughter to see me lay a hand on my future wife of her own mother. I don't want to say something that I'm going to regret it. And I get it. Our tempers get the best or worst of us. Sometimes we can't control it. And I get that. But sometimes you need to tame yourself. Sometimes you need to walk away from the problem. Okay? Like, yeah. Like I said, sadly, there is a lot of things that happen in a household. A lot of bad things. There's also favoritism with children, too. When a man abuses a woman and the woman walks away and she tries to take her kids, and that one kid, or multiple maybe, has an attachment on their dad and wants to stay. And I'm not saying all men are evil and stuff like that. It's always the man that's the problem too. It can also be the woman. The woman can be sneaking behind the man's back and, using him for his money, and then is like sleeping around with his friends. That happens too. What are you teaching your kids in that aspect? That, hey, you know what? As long as you're getting the money, okay, go ahead and cheat. It's okay. It's okay. It's never okay to cheat. It's never okay to use people for their money. Okay, love is supposed to be a genuine thing. A relationship, love is supposed to be the main purpose of it. Okay, you guys having kids, you guys are supposed to be on the same page. Okay, favoritism shouldn't exist. Sadly, it does. I mean, we all have our favorite things and who we get along with the most and stuff like that, but still. And again, when you guys are also, as parents, when you guys are fighting and stuff like that, do not tell the kids what's wrong with your mother. Oh, your mother never does this. Oh, your mother's so stupid. Or two with the mother. Oh, your father is so lazy. Oh, he's such a lazy bum. Yada, yada, yada. He never does anything and stuff like that. Like, kids are going to hear that, and kids are going to think that about their own parents. Okay? You guys fighting, your arguments, your business is between you and your spouse. It's not about your kids. It's not about what they think of how you guys feel about each other. It shouldn't be like that. Your kids should have a different opinion on your parents. A man of the house is supposed to provide for his family. A man of the house is supposed to take care of his wife and kids. A woman is supposed to help with health and sickness. Supposed to take care of the house. Okay, you guys should be working as a team. Okay, not against each other, with each other. Maybe that was like too biblical and stuff like that, but still, like, what I'm getting at is you guys are supposed to be along and supposed to love each other. And yes, I understand there are some times where you're going to slip up and say something stupid that's been on your mind. There is going to be things that annoy you that your future spouse does. Because guess what? We're not perfect. Okay, we all have our flaws. We all do things that we shouldn't do. But tame yourself. And also think about this too. When you're acting up, when you're saying whatever, doing whatever, and you do that in front of your kids, think about what your kids are going to go through. Okay? And especially with alcohol. So many people think that is the fun joy in things. Okay? Some kids have to pick up their parents' messes because of that. Okay, you don't know what that alcohol is going to do to you. And I'll admit it, I drink. I try not to drink at home because I don't know what that's going to do to me. Me sitting on the couch and just sipping and thinking about stuff. Because sometimes when I sit on the couch, I think about stuff. Maybe sometimes I feel too lonely when I just be sitting by myself. So I try not to drink at home. Only time I really do is if it's an open bar or something. Or maybe if I'm going out or something like that. Oh, I guess socializing. That's when I do it. Socially. But still. People drink at home. When you're sad and you drink, you're going to get sadder. When you're mad and you drink, you're going to get madder. You're going to take it out on your kids. Or your spouse. Okay? You shouldn't have people clean up your own messes. Clean yourself up. Okay? But yeah, there's that. But also too, coming from a religious standpoint, you come from an abusive home. A lot of people wonder this is like, why God? Why did you put me in this? I remember there were so many times where I was down on myself. I remember there were so many times where stuff was happening at home and stuff like that. And I remember just praying to God, things will get better, and thank God they did get better. But sadly, some people didn't have the same life as I did. And you pray to God, or you pray for things to get better, or in an aspect too, some people, they wish for things to get better. But when people come to Christ, or they go to Christ, they ask God, why? Why did you put me in this family? Because maybe he was teaching you how to be humble. Maybe he was teaching you how to stand up for yourself and how to find your own faith. Okay? Because if God didn't put you in that family, maybe you want to have change those routines that you did. Because you should have a different aspect than your parents did when they had you. You want to raise your kids different. You want to raise your kids in the church. You want to take your kids on vacations. You want to tell your kids, I love you to them every day, unlike your parents did. Okay, maybe God was teaching you that. How to not be abusive. How to not be manipulated. How to stay loyal. How to stand your own ground. Okay? And yeah, maybe some people did have to see some things. Maybe the devil did enter in the picture in the household. I don't know what your household was like. But again, as I said in the beginning of the video, sadly a lot of people did have to go through a lot growing up. But guess what? Again, you can only go two ways. You can become what you hated. You can take the pain out on drugs and alcohol and stuff like that. All these substances. Because you think that that's going to make you happy. No, it's not. Go to the right. Go to Jesus. Try to prove yourself. Okay? Reading the Bible and understanding Jesus' word makes a whole lot of sense now. Putting Christ as the center as a relationship makes a whole lot of sense than it ever did before. You ever wonder why, like, some families can work and some spouses love each other? Because maybe they're putting Christ in the center of it. Okay? And all that talk where they're saying, like, oh, once you get married, that affection is going to go away. No, lies. I was observing in church one day, and I just saw this, like, one guy holding hands with his wife, who's a mother of his kids, just constantly just holding her hand and hugging her and kissing her and stuff like that. Sometimes the affection doesn't go away. Sometimes you still look at that spouse like that's your somebody. There is a such thing as a loving family. There is families out there that have family dinners with each other. There is families out there that say I love you to each other and they actually mean it. It's always how you make it to be. It's all about how you choose it to be. Okay? Like, there is somebody out there that is going to love you. And you should take care of your kids. Okay? It's going to go God first, spouse second, kids third, and so forth. Okay? There is somebody out there that you're going to marry. And when you marry and have kids and stuff like that, take care of those kids. Okay? Yeah, you're going to get frustrated at them. Yeah, you're going to get mad at them. But don't pick up the drink. Don't walk out the door. Okay? It's all going to work out. And then, so, alright. I'll see y'all next Wednesday. So, peace, we out.